Okay, so let's talk about your next part of your assignment. This is line D, but it's the same for line G. So you click on classwork, you click on the 1 second from the bottom, now, which is all a budget assessment part B. Now, you will only be able to see one of these, you won't be able to see the other two, and I'm going to explain why that is in a minute. So let's have a look at what part 2 is. When you get your feedback for part A, it will give you a range of comments, including in the spreadsheet, that says things like, yeah, you haven't included this, you haven't included that. Many of you are going to have very, very unclean houses because very few of you bought cleaning products. So you might want to add that in. So do you have a vacuum cleaner? Do you have, how are you going to clean your toilet? Basic sort of hygiene things. So you might want to revisit your budget and make sure all that sort of stuff is in there, particularly if I've commented on that. But then what you're going to do is you are going to be on your assignment, once you've given me the feedback, I will give you what's happened to your budget. And something will have happened to your budget. So it'll say in week 5, this happened and you need to do something about it. All right, so basically you will open this up. It makes a copy for you this time. Sorry about that. So you will then need to, step 1 is to change your budget. I have suggested here you make a copy of your original budget and do the changes in a new version rather than overriding the original. And so you can then do your unexpected expense in there and you can fix up all the things that I've asked you to fix up. So that all happens in your spreadsheet. But then you need to do a Texas paragraph, or basically a paragraph, that reflects on how well your original budget actually helped you. Oh, and there's a typo, so I'm just going to fix that while I'm here. So you need to be able to explain to me how you feel about your budget, whether or not you think it was good. And obviously, because it's a Texas paragraph, you need to have evidence. So just say, don't say, yeah, it was good. Well, it was good because, it was bad because, it was okay because. Remember that important because part of the sentence. Then you have to do what changes did you make to your budget and why. Again, a Texas paragraph, so you need to work out what you're going to be doing and again, use your evidence. I had to make this change because, I had to do this because. And then basically this is an overall reflection. And you may need to do a bit of research about this, whether or not you want to do this. Whether or not you want to decide to move out of home or stay living at school, living at home with your family. So you might want to do a bit of research on this to support you and give you a bit more rigour in your argument. The why or why not is really important. Again, I want to stay at home because. And you will need to do a bibliography if you did any extra work for question 4. So it's a bit more writing, this one. The budget itself is not as important, but I do need to see it. So there will be, again, 2 files attached to your submission, but it is actually just a reflective process on this. What I do want to talk about is the other 2 aspects. This is actually the list to work out who got what event. I actually used my wheel of death that I use in the classroom and allocated you out that way. Now, I can't release this until everybody submits their assignment. So what's going to happen is, as I said, you'll get your marks for part A, you will give me feedback on my feedback, and then I will cut and paste into part A what you got allocated in that document. As soon as everybody has submitted their assignment, I will actually then be able to release that. Because the problem is, if I release that document now, they'll be able to see, and they might change their budget in preparation for what their incident is. So I'm not releasing that. The other one I've done is I've actually got some additional support to help with the paragraphs. Let me know that you're struggling and I'll add you to the support material. The reason why I'm not releasing that to everybody instantly is because I want people to try and have a go at doing the paragraphs by themselves, because the additional support is actually quite scaffolded, so there's actually got quite a bit of content in it. And I thought it might be nice for people to have a go, because one of the things that really surprised me in the part A is how much creativity I saw. Different students approached it in really different ways, and that is really interesting for me to mark. So whereas if I give you all the support material, you'll all just do it exactly the same way, and then that makes it really boring. Having said that, I don't want anyone to struggle, so if you do need it, let me know. And that's part B of the assignment, which is due on the 21st of September.